What do you seek out when you're interviewing and looking to bring somebody on? What kind of characteristics?
Sure. So if they're young, inexperienced, and they want to learn the trade, I'm looking for um, kind of one of the first things I'm looking for is their commitment level, which is, lip service is easy. I want to see, are they showing up at 7:01 or are they showing up at 6:45? When they get out of the car, do they come in and interact with the crews and say, hey, what can I do to help, and grab material and put it on the van, or do they linger in a corner on their phone? And so there's usually some first couple week interactions that you can tell really quick if they're there because they're eager and they want to learn and they're committed
Mhm.
versus if they want a job. You get a job at Walmart,
Right.
but learning a trade, you got to get in, you got to be an extrovert, even if you're not. You got to be able to insert yourself and ask to learn. And so the second most important thing that we're looking for is the consistency in their growth. So like every day can't be day one.
Yeah.
If I've taught you that something to do for 3 days in a row, and on the fourth day I say, hey, you remember what I taught you yesterday and the day before and the day before? I need you to go in that room and do it. And they can do it or do it mostly, then they're retaining and they're getting it. It's like Legos. Every block snaps into another one and you build a house. But if every day I come in and all the Legos are broken apart and laid on the floor, and I got to start over, well, you're not an employee that is either capable of learning the trade or really interested in learning the trade. And
Yeah.
so, and finding those are hard. I mean, there's tradesmen that are um, like I have some guys that work for me. They're electricians.
Mhm.
They're naturally electricians. They're very mechanically inclined. They get it. They've learned it. They've retained it. They can process through it. When they walk into a job, the job's done in their brain. The lights are on. The people live there. Everything's nice. Well, then I have process people. And so they can replicate a process. They've learned A equals B equals C equals D, and that's what they do. But they can't walk in and start at A and C Z. And I'm talking about career people, 20 years in the
Right.
trade, they're process people, consistent, on time, work hard, knock out the process, but they're not they're not electrician. And so it's interesting to learn, and you need both.
Yep.
But
Yep.
you need both, and so it's interesting to learn what people's strong suits are, what their weak suits are, and be able to pull that out. And I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. If they're not doing good here, we try them here. Maybe put them with another crew. Personalities sometimes clash. Guy flourishes with this crew
Hmm.
leader versus this crew leader. He feels like he's not being taught. So we try to weigh all that before we just cast them to the side. But
Yeah.
uh, but so that's some of the key things is just the eagerness and consistency, but also that they're retaining and building upon what they're learning day after day after day.